Good afternoon, everybody, and welcome into the show that's on in the afternoon. We've got a cool show here for you today. I'm excited about it.
Very cool.
We've got Jens Velasquez in studio here with us, and boy, he's had an exciting career in the world of frisbee.
Yeah, amazing career. I can't wait to dive into this and find out what it's all about, this whole culture. It's
Right,
cool,
yeah, it's pretty amazing, man. He's going to be at the Pachakacha coming up on, I believe it's March 1st.
Yep, this
right?
Friday. Yep.
The theme of that is Turn the Page. We're gonna find out how he's turning the page and what he's doing these days. And of course, we've got some events. We've got some funny stuff to talk about. We've got your horoscopes.
Yep, we do.
And a lot more for you. It's going to be a very fun day. We're looking forward to it. And hey, we'll get it started by giving a couple of our sponsors a big shout out, and one of those being Bozard Ford Lincoln, celebrating 75 years in St. Augustine in Northeast Florida. Bozard Ford Lincoln is here for you. You can experience their extensive selection of new and pre-owned vehicles, quick and quality servicing, and their amazing parts and accessories shop. Make sure you grab a signature burger at Ford's Garage while you're out there, and try that 904 burger. I hear it's pretty amazing.
It's the best.
Bozard Ford Lincoln has services from home delivery to company fleet servicing. Out there, your family is their family, and Bozard Ford Lincoln is driven to inspire. Also, our friends at the Bailey Group. Getting enrolled in a health insurance or Medicare plan does not have to be complicated. It can be exactly the opposite. At the Bailey Group, you're going to work with a local insurance advisor to find just the right insurance coverage for your specific needs and your budget. Their goal is to make getting coverage simple, no added costs, no extra fees. The Bailey Group handles individual health and Medicare, corporate benefits, and financial needs for their clients. Give them a call today and let them do that for you. 904-461-1800. And then, of course, our friends at Amara Med Spa. If you are craving the perfect blend of relaxation and rejuvenation, Amara Med Spa is your answer. From luxurious spa treatments to advanced medical aesthetics, Amara's experts will personalize a plan just for you. Enhance your natural beauty with things like dermal fillers, laser treatments, Botox, and a whole lot more. Experience top-notch care in their state-of-the-art facility. You're going to feel refreshed and revitalized at Amara Med Spa, 2100 A1A South, Suite 2. Book your appointment today at the Amara Med Spa.
Every co-host while you were gone was afraid to do that.
Really?
Yeah, they were like too intimidated. I'm like, it's so fine. I was like cueing Michelle. She hit it once.
Okay. All right then. Well,
so it's nice to have that back. That was fun.
There we go. All right. Let's get to our special guest, shall we?
Cool. Yeah, let's do it.
Jens Velasquez is in studio here with us. Jens, how are you, sir? Good to see you.
Doing well.
Yeah.
Happy to be here.
Cool.
Yeah.
We're happy to have you here. You're going to be at the Pachakacha on March 1st. Coming up, I believe that's at the AMP, right? Out there at the backstage of the
Yes.
AMP. That's big time. You got to be excited for this.
I'm pretty excited.
Awesome.
Have you been to a Pachakacha before?
I went to the first one, I think, back in July.
Fun.
I think it was the topic was service industry. It was really great.
Isn't it great to see how the community rallies and really kind of give their story? That's what I love about it. It's a great
I think
moment.
the presidential inaugurations could take a cue here.
Yeah, absolutely. Get a little balance there for sure.
Yeah,
God bless.
right? Jeez. So you're going to be talking about turning the page. Obviously, that's the theme. But you are a world champion freestyle frisbeer. Did I say that well enough?
Pretty much. World champion frisbee freestyle player, yeah.
There you
Cool.
go. Awesome. What does that entail? When did you get into the sport of frisbee? Obviously, it's big down here in the state of Florida.
Well, I played sports in high school and most of my childhood. And then when I got to college, a friend of mine knocked on my door and said, "Hey, you want to play ultimate frisbee?" And I said, "What's that?" He said, "Just come on out," and started playing ultimate. And from there, I got my brother involved. He's 4 years younger than me. And we eventually started learning some of the other disciplines because ultimate frisbee is just one game or one discipline in the sport of frisbee. What we eventually got into freestyle is doing trick catches, trick throws, and a choreographed throw and catch and tipping and nail delaying routine to music. And fortunately for us, we went on to win 5 World Frisbee Championships in freestyle.
That's incredible. Do you remember the first time you won?
The first time we won was pretty special because it was 1976. I had just turned 21. My brother was 17 at the time, still in high school, And my mom and dad also went out there. I don't think anybody really expected us to win. There were other favorites. And my older brother, Oscar, who was in the Marine Corps, he had spent the last 2 years in Okinawa. And just by happenstance, he had happened to be discharged that very week in San Diego. So he came up to Los Angeles. So everyone in my family was there except for my sister.
That's so special.
Wow.
Yeah,
What a moment.
It was amazing.
That's amazing. What did it feel like to be in front of a crowd like that?
I mean, now it's like a distant memory.
Yeah.
I remember more about my family rather than the actual routine of playing in the Rose Bowl. The following year in 1977, that was really a major highlight because the Rose Bowl holds 100,000 people, but there were almost half full, like 50,000 people. And my brother and I repeated, and we got a standing ovation at the end. And actually, Whammo commissioned a company to do a documentary on it, and that short film documentary, Floating Free, was actually nominated for Academy Award.
Get out of Dodge. That's awesome.
And it kind of highlights my brother and I. Of course, all kinds of other athletes, Frisbee athletes, are in the film, but my brother and I opened the film, and in the middle, we have an extended period of our play.
Now, did you feel a lot of pressure for trying to make the second trip to get to the World Championships again?
Once you win and everybody, you got that world title, everybody just thinks that you can just go out there and turn it on. But yeah, there's pressure, and I think that no matter how many times you win, you always have a nervous energy, and that's good because it means you care.
Yeah, absolutely. You're passionate.
But yeah, to answer your question, you get nervous, but it's good nervous energy. And I also had the added benefit of playing with my brother, which is huge. I mean, as you might expect, when you have brothers or sisters, you have an innate quality to kind of read each other.
Yeah, an invisible string that kind of connects you two together. Absolutely.
It's like funny you say invisible string because there's a movie called Invisible String.
It's also a Taylor Swift lyric.
Really? Wow. Okay. Very cool.
Good stuff.
Speaking of your family, you've got a very interesting family past. Your mother from the Amazon jungle?
Yeah.
Wow.
What?
Awesome.
Yeah, my mom. She passed away a couple of years ago. She was 95. So she was born in 1926. And,
God bless her.
She was born in the Amazon jungle. And, it was simple life back then.
Yeah.
I mean,
the stories of you growing up, that she would tell, were they just colorful?
Yeah. Yeah. And it's amazing, how she, when I think of I got some challenges coming up, all I have to do is think of how she grew up. And
yeah, man.
I mean, she didn't wear a pair of shoes until she was 13.
Wow.
Making the trip on a boat to see other people besides her family, a whole day's trip. So, it was different.
Love it.
Yeah, I bet. Very cool. Now, the freestyle championship, this came with a couple of kind of perks here, right? As I understand it, these kind of enabled your brother to go on and gain sponsorships, travel around the world, doing shows and things like this.
Yeah. So with the title of a world champion, it enables you to get some kind of sponsorships. Now, we're not buying Lamborghinis or anything like that, but it enabled us to go to Europe on several tours. Doing shows sponsored by companies. I would say the greatest tour we went on, and multiple times, to Sweden. And back then, it's sponsored by a clothing company called Junior Center, and also the Whammo licensees, who sell Frisbees in those countries.
Sure.
And those are just amazing times, just traveling. One story, this is really crazy. I don't know if you remember a guy named Stefan Edberg. He won Wimbledon in the 80s and also won the U.S. Open. He was the top tennis player for a short period of time. A great tennis player. He's from Sweden.
Legendary. Yeah.
So when we would do shows in Sweden, the whole town would come out, because they really promoted us. We were world champions from America going to Sweden, these little towns. And, it got to the point where we would do a show, do the freestyle and some other things. with two of the Swedish champions. They were kind of like our chaperone traveling companions. And one town, and most of the towns, what would happen is we do the show, then a lot of people would want autographs. So it got to the point where a ton of people would want autographs, and it turned out in 1988 in Tennis Magazine, Stefan Edberg, I guess he had won several titles, and he's on the cover of Tennis. I think it was Tennis Magazine, Tennis World.
Yeah.
And they're talking to him, they're interviewing like you're interviewing me, and they're asking him about, like, how do you feel when you sign autographs? And he's kind of shy guy. And they asked him, do you have any autographs? And it turns out he has Jensen Earl and Velasquez autographs. Wow. He was one of those 10, 11-year-old kids standing in line.
So cool.
Yeah, so
that's pretty awesome. That's pretty cool.
That is cool.
So I guess the theme of this event, obviously, turn the page, right? So how long were you doing professional Frisbee? And then how long did it kind of take you to kind of transition out of that, you know, into just being a regular dude
again? World
again?
Championships will define this as civilian life. When you left World Championship life and you went into civilian life.
Yeah, it's... back in the 70s, there was a term called tennis bum, or, and you're really not a bum, but you're chasing a dream.
Totally, I know what that, yeah.
And for a period of about 10 years, I was chasing this dream along with my brother, try to make a living out of doing Frisbee shows, or, we envisioned like a Las Vegas type act or something, high level. And, then, I eventually met, my future wife, and I got to the point where, what do I have to offer in our relationship? I'm a Frisbee player. So, I had to make a decision. And, because, there's no 401k or back then. Now, disc golfers today, they can make a living, but, we're talking 40 years ago.
Yeah.
So I went back to school at night and became a computer software guy. And that's what I did for 30 years until I retired.
Were you still visualizing about the Frisbee? Were you still
So
in that
I still
moment?
competed. There was a period of time when I went back to school, had kids, and for a period of time, I'd say 10 years, I didn't go to any tournaments. But Frisbee is a lot different than major, pro football or any of the other sports, because you don't see pro football players playing football in 50 when they're 50 and 60.
Sure.
Whereas Frisbee players, they'll play forever.
Yeah.
In fact, there's over 60 leagues for Ultimate. They still playing.
Cool.
And people, a lot of freestyles evolve into disc golf, because out of all the disciplines, I would say freestyle has the most wear and tear on your body.
Yeah. So you left, you went to IT. What about Hall of Fame? Did they ever come back to you guys as athletes and say, hey, we want to celebrate the history that and your accomplishments?
Yeah, so there's several Hall of Fames now. The oldest Frisbee tournament in the world takes place in the Upper Peninsula of Michigan. It's called the International Frisbee Tournament. And they actually have a physical Hall of Fame. It's in the second floor of the oldest indoor hockey arena in North America.
Wow.
And it's awesome, pretty awesome. And they have a tournament every year, the 4th of July weekend. We're in that Hall of Fame.
Cool.
And we went there for the induction ceremony. It was pretty amazing. It's not the easiest place to get to in the Upper Peninsula of Michigan, but it was awesome. And now there's the Freestyle Players Hall of Fame. And my brother and I are in that too.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
That's pretty awesome.
Yeah.
And you were in a movie that was nominated for an Oscar, correct?
Right.
That was Floating Free, right?
Floating Free, yeah.
So
okay,
cool.
There it is. Yeah, okay.
So amazing.
So what are we looking at? What are you going to be talking about here then?
Well, the theme is
Cha-cha-cha.
turn the page, and just like you guys, everybody in life, we're always turning pages. We're going through challenges and roadblocks, and so I'm going to pretty much talk about my origins coming from Peru. My mom wanting to come to the United States, just like a lot of immigrants back in the day, and going through my friend knocking on my door and saying, "Hey, you want to play Frisbee?" I often wonder, like, what would happen if I never would have met him.
Could you imagine?
Yeah, right?
Taking
Life
it-
could have been totally different. Would have been
Yeah.
totally different.
Yeah. And, leading up to, meeting my wife, having kids, changing life, and, moving down here to this beautiful town.
Once a champion, always a champion, sir. Amazing story. This is going to be great. So the Pachacacha is what? This Friday, right?
It's tomorrow.
All right. And
Yeah,
that's at Backyard Stage. I know. I can't believe it's Friday tomorrow.
I know, crazy. Well, this is going to be a lot of fun. People can check you out there. And do you have like a website people can check you out at now? Where can people follow you now?
I used to have a website, but no longer. I'm on Facebook. I'm on Instagram.
Perfect.
There's a bunch of freestyle pages on Facebook. There's a website, Freestyle Players, Frisbee Freestyle Players. There's,
We'll put that all in comments for people so they can enjoy it too. That's
Cool.
awesome.
Gents, thank you so much for coming by today.
Thank you.
This
My
was
pleasure.
fascinating.
My pleasure. Thank you.
So cool. I'm looking forward to seeing you on Friday night. It's going to be a lot of fun.
Yeah, it's going to be
Thanks a lot.
great. Can't wait to hear more.
And the event is rain or shine, Pete. I just
It
wanted to put that
is
out there
rain
too.
or shine.
So, yes,
It is happening.
They have a plan B just in case. This is going to be a great night. 11
man.
performers. Very cool.
Very, very cool, man. Very exciting. What a career.
Yeah. Very
Man,
cool.
to be featured on just the grandest of stages,
Yeah.
man.
I mean, I showed you a little clip of him performing back in the day. I
Yeah,
mean, like, he's literally
super
like
impressive.
liquid dancing with a Frisbee. It's so cool.
It's awesome.
So fun.
Hey, speaking of fun, Old Town Trolley. You can sit back and relax as their licensed and talented tour conductor is going to share over 500 years of St. Augustine's history and culture and the old world charm. While you experience unforgettable views on their open-air trolleys, guests can enjoy the city's European flavor, the brick-lined streets, and the sights such as the Castillo de San Marcos, the Fountain of Youth, and Henry Flagler's former Ponce de Leon Hotel. It's a 90-minute tour, features 22 stops, and covers more than 100 points of interest. Guests can use their ticket all day for on and off reboarding. A trolley ticket includes free admission to the St. Augustine History Museum, free shuttle services to many area hotels, and free access to the St. Augustine Beach bus shuttle services. A lot of perks that come with your ticket to Old Town
Very
Trolley. They are the green trains. We absolutely love them.
And we love All American Air. For over 45 years, All American Air has been serving St. Augustine and St. Johns County. They take great pride in providing quality service and installations, in turn gaining a customer for life. All American Air can match any price, but no one can match their quality and service. Their friends at All American Air will take exceptional care of your home unit. If your filter is gray, it should
Be changed today.
nice, sir. Give All
Well
American
said.
a call, 904-461-0070.
And of course, our great friends at Bin 39. If you want to experience wine the right way, then you got to get down to Bin 39. They have a huge selection down there, over 85 wines for you to choose from. More than 50 of those are rated over 90 points by Robert Parker. That's a lot of numbers, and they're all good numbers. Bin 39 specializes in boutique wines that outdrink the price. You got to check them out today. They got live music on the patio. They're always doing something fun out there. They're always putting together events and things for people to hang out and come socialize. It's a great place to socialize. Hang out on that back patio. It's a whole lot of fun. Bin 39. Give them a call. See what they got for you. 904-827-5740.
You missed a tasting on Friday, and Michelle was here, and then Jeff Dodd came in on Monday as the co-host, and he was like, "What? Why didn't I get Friday's show?"
Yeah.
Everybody was fighting over the tasting
I hear
show.
you. I bet. I believe it.
So much fun.
All right. Well, everybody's going to be fighting over horoscopes.
Oh, great.
Well, luckily it's not Thursday's horoscopes because I accidentally got horoscopes for Monday. So we get to catch up with Aries, Taurus, and Gemini today. Let's get this started, Clay. Aries. Congratulations, Aries. Today you'll find that the only thing you'll successfully lead is a conga line of mistakes. Remember, it's not that you're bad at making decisions, it's just that your ability to make the worst decisions is unparalleled. Wow. Taurus. Brace yourself, Taurus. Today, you'll prove that stubbornness is indeed a virtue, especially when it comes to relentlessly pursuing the wrong paths. Keep doing you, because who needs progress when you've got persistence?
Oh,
Gemini. Get ready for a roller coaster, Gemini. Your dual personality means you're twice as likely to mess things up today. But look on the bright side. At least you're consistent in your inconsistency. Oh,
wow.
so nice.
Yeah. They've been worse.
Yeah.
Hey, we've got so much fun coming up at Wesley Wells Farm.
Okay.
They have a You Pick Your Dinner contest going on. So this is happening in March. For the theme for field trips, homeschools, story time, You Pick visits Let Us Wow You. So get it? Let Us Wow You. So you
okay.
come out and do just that. So basically you go, you get your $40 stuff the basket deal, and take a picture of your dinner with Wesley Wells Farms vegetables. Tag them in the picture, and to be entered for a 4-pack of the Sunflower Tomato Festival tickets, plus $50 spending cash at the festival. So a lot of fun. You can get really creative. Of course, they've got Brussels sprouts, collard greens, kale, mustard greens, turnip greens. I mean, you really can, the sky's the limit. But make it creative, and they will select some winners. This is happening this Saturday, 9 to 12. You pick your dinner at Wesley Wells Farms.
Okay, nice, man.
Hey, everybody, don't, if you know some kids out there that want to go to college, don't miss your chance to earn a college scholarship. This is with Take Stock in Children, a subsidiary of Inc. Investing in Kids. Applications are now open for Take Stock in Children for eligible students in 8th and 9th grades. Essentially, what this does is that the 8th or 9th grader will get a mentor, and they will help them through their high school careers, and making sure that they're ready for college. So this is a really, really cool program. There's only 30 spots available, and the deadline is March 11th, I believe. So yes, head over to inc-sjc.org and find out some more information. Take Stock is an awesome program.
Awesome, man.
Hey, big shout out too from Radiology Associates of St. Augustine. If you are a St. Johns County resident with no health insurance and limited income, please take advantage of this life-saving opportunity, which is a free mammogram screening. This is a major, major moment. So please get screened. Wednesday, March 6th, you need to call ahead for your appointment, and it's between 1 and 5 p.m. The number is 904-827-9191.
Dude, so important.
Very.
People need to jump on that.
Yeah, especially if you
sure.
don't have insurance, it's a great way to get screened. Yes.
Yeah, man. All right. Hey, got to give a shout out at this point to our friends at Panache who make you feel special. They've been doing that since 1987, being a cut above the rest. Their mission to care for their team, their guests, and our community from scalp to soul and bring joy to the world one service at a time or multiple services at a time. Mm-hmm. Their carefully chosen staff and highly trained staff. Didn't mean to say that twice.
They're very highly and ready.
Yes. Will exceed your expectations. They're dedicated to guest comfort and devoted. There it was.
Devoted
to innovation and artistry. They're focused on making your day and continually raising the bar. They also, of course, align fully with Aveda's mission of ethical and sustainable business practices. Excuse me.
And it's high fashion aesthetic.
That's right. Go to getpanache.com. See what they got for you.
Hey, the United Way of St. Johns County is a catalyst for change, bringing together businesses, volunteers, and organizations to tackle the toughest challenges facing our community. With your support, they can make a real difference, from empowering children to succeed in school to providing vital resources for families in crisis. The United Way of St. Johns County is at the forefront of change by investing in education, health, and financial stability. They're building a stronger, more resilient community for all. It's amazing what happens when we live united.
All right, sir. How you sending us off today?
Feel good fun memes.
All right.
First one here. How bad do things have to be for both of these to be in the town at the same time,
Yeah.
right?
I feel like they're always here in St. Augustine.
Yeah, it might be at the gate. Next, I told my husband I wanted a picture alone with Jason Momoa, but he wasn't comfortable with that.
I like that one.
I love Jason. It's pretty hard. Next one, asked this old man if he needed help. He told me he was just waiting for his wife to scare her when she comes out.
Oh, that's what we all need in our lives.
Right? Next up, one is used as a bed, the other one is used as a blanket. This is absolute efficiency right there.
Hey,
Yeah.
look at that. Cats. Gotta love them.
Next up, hit it, bro. The lights are gray.
Wait, it's always gray.
Yeah, they're colorblind. Next up, when Grandpa is retired homicide detective and you've asked him to babysit by himself.
Yeah,
That's the scene
Looks
of the crime.
about right.
Next up, this retired vet who struggled to get a job because he needs his service dog. Lowe's hired them both.
Oh, that's cool,
awesome
man.
story.
That's great.
Next up, hey guys, I saved myself.
Oh!
Yeah.
Yep, I know that feeling.
Next up, 2024 sucks. Why can't anything good happen? Dog gets adopted after record-breaking 2,300 days in a local shelter. Oh, that's a good story.
That's great.
Next up, my boss and I had ugly sweater competition, and he just put a mirror in front of the boss's the ugly
There
sweater.
you go.
Funny.
That's the way to do it. All right, cool, man. Hey, great to be back with you here today, Davey and Clay and everybody out there watching. And we had a fun round of shows here today.
Yeah.
Looking forward to talking to you guys tomorrow.
Bye, everybody.